5-10 seconds later, everything turned back on again. So that's when I actually did freak out, and I'm like, oh, what the heck?
You were alone?
I was alone. And then I just remember, oh, wait a minute, let me go back to the breaker. Oh, I'm supposed to disable the switch, but that's why I turn off the button and just like everything is fine. So, again, I'm not worried about ghosts or anything like that. But that just kind of really tripped me out. I was like, I'm gonna go, oh, what the hell?
Well, this Hollywood Boulevard is already so dark, you know, it's like there's so much weird energy. And then you have all of this, so, you know, it's extra weird.
And because they're saying there's a ghost over at Roosevelt.
Oh, yeah, I know that one. Yeah, Marilyn Monroe actually appears there.
So this one is basically if, like, you know how you gossip or talk crap. This one, right? This is it.
This is for you.
This is it. They will go ahead and nail you with a thick nail in front of everybody.
Rich.
Oh no.
TMZ will be out of business.
I feel like Rich, why don't we take a picture of him?
No, I'm good. I'm fine.
That's so crazy.
Oh, is it a guillotine? Wow.
No, it's not.
Oh, okay.
I'll show you the authentic blade of a guillotine that's in the back. I'll show you.
Oh, wow.
So, but one of my favorites is you heard of Count Dracula, right?
Yeah.
But you know his real name is Vladimir the Impaler.
Yeah.
Okay, so basically, these are the small stalks of what actually happened to him. So what it is that, like, if you're enemy of state, a spy, treason, things of that nature right there, and if he captures you alive, he'll go ahead and stick this right in your ear, and then next year start lifting you up and let gravity take its place. So basically, this is how you're actually going to look like right there.
I know.
Yeah.
In the booty?
In the booty.
Yeah.
So you could, you know, so there's ways of, like, say, like maybe just in the back and everything like that, and you're just lying like that, but normally, yes. That's why they call him Vladimir the Impaler. So that was part of history. Now, if you actually went over to his land, like say, and I like to say this, like say that we're in Hollywood and his land is Burbank, we'll go ahead and go over there, and you see massive skunks right there, then you know that's his territory. So it's either your friend or foe, because he'll go ahead and just rip you apart. So of
I'm
course,
a friend.
yeah. So of course, when it came to like, hey, I'm gonna, you know, the thing about drinking blood, it's just hearsay stuff. But they said like, oh, if you drink the blood, like you'll survive even longer. But of course, you know, that never happened. Because if he did, I probably would have joined his team. Like, hey, suck me, because I was gonna be a vampire as well.
Yeah, I feel like people do.
See, put the rats
And
inside
it's
the
crazy
cage.
because that castle is all the way up in the hill, so you can actually see people coming up. So it's just.
And you saw what? You saw this?
They have a bunch of like the things that he used to torture people because that was his thing.
But you know, over there they believe that he was like a real,
Yeah.
like, you know, vampire or whatever, right? Or no?
I mean, but then that can
No, that's the story. He was just like an emperor or something.
Yeah, yeah.
He was very young because he loved to torture people and like.
Oh, God.
Program to torture people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll show you something else that you would do. So of course, with this one, you're actually lying down and slowly start slicing you.
I know.
And while this is going back and forth, the blade actually the stock blade actually starts to slowly go down and then start ripping you very slowly.
Can we do it again?
Huh?
Can we do it again?
And it could take whatever reason for you to be caught here, like
Yep.
literally
could
people
be
think you're
anything.
lying or,
Yep.
but nothing to do with witches.
No, I'll show you that.
Okay.
This is a real
So,
electric
these
chair.
are the actual tools that they were using.
An authentic electric chair that was used to kill
Simple things.
over 400 people.
Piercing your body, slicing your body. You actually can feel how strong this stuff is compared to what you're.
And there's more over there, but you should come see the tour yourself. This is in Hollywood, California, the medieval torture museum. Look at the spikes on the
You guys
chair.
like it?
I love it. It's so freaking creepy.
Have you ever seen like Too Fast and Furious?
Yes.
Okay, so so back then they actually used this cage where they actually put like hot coal right over here, and so for interrogation they'll go ahead and put a rat inside. So instead of the rat trying to escape, it's the only way it's gonna go is going through your body.
Where did we see this? It was in a movie too, right?
And is it lit on fire on the top?
Yes.
To get the
Yeah,
to get
So
them.
it's so hot that the rat's gonna. Oh wait a minute, soft spot. They're gonna rip it, not to eat it, but just to escape. So he's gonna just tear everything.
Oh wow.
Well, you know, maybe this was an American Horror Story. Well, I don't know. I've seen this before. That's crazy. Yo lo bendiga.
Now, of course, this is skinning of the body right here.
Dios mío.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So now, of course, this stuff we all know that actually happened. Even if you watch the movie The Green Inferno, basically they'll go ahead and hang you upside down, and then they'll start cutting you from the ankle and start peeling your skin. All this while you're alive. Okay. Now, can you survive? Yes, but depending on how long, because like your wounds and everything like that, your skin is the biggest organism. That's your defense. So what happens is that since it's all being exposed to bacteria infections immediately, and your skin cannot recover like like in a week or two. You're talking about your whole body. And actually, if they do it right, how your body looks like that, it'll be just like that.
Oh wow. If they do it right.
Yep.
She's in heaven. She loves all. She might look like a little perky girl, but like she's so dark.
The anchor.
She
It
loves
was
all
used to
of it.
slowly torture prisoners during Inquisition, according to some sources. It is still used in modern China. There have been cases where criminals died from being held in the anchor for too long.
Like you'll see some of the things that's just really like somewhat funny. Like there's one funny one, which is called the double violet. So it's basically like a stock like that, but this is pertaining to women. So it's like if you were like arguing in public, they'll go ahead and put you in a stock where your neck and your hands are basically in a wood stock right there, and basically you're bent down, but you're facing each other. And the thing about that, the torture part is that you guys are kneeling down, so you're basically in submission to whatever height that is. So it doesn't matter if you're tall or short or whatever the case may be, that's how it is. But you'll only be able to get out is once you resolve your problems. So nowadays it's like, oh yeah, we got it resolved. Hey, let's work
Execution by
together.
hanging
Back
has
then,
been
it's
used since
totally
ancient times all over the world. Enemies of state, murderers, robbers, and rapists were hung today in Asia and several states of America, such as Washington and New Hampshire. Hanging is still possible death sentence. A criminal might receive the last person hanged in the U.S. who was executed in 1996.
And that's Bill what?
Yeah, the bottom one.
Is it a replica or the real?
No, that's a real. So your neck goes right there, and your fingers, and so you have to pay for like. So, but they'll keep you there not a long time, but it just proves to show, hey, either you start playing even better, or else this is what's going to happen as well. Now this is being still done in modern China.
It's still sometimes.
Yeah. And of course, even though we have a relationship with China, we don't have their laws.
The guillotine?
Well, that's China would be like.
They do this.
Yeah.
They like tie your feet.
Yep. So you're bound. So that stock and everything like that, you're bound. You can't move. Now I know you talked about the guillotine. So this is actually the very manual guillotine. So if you could actually take a look at it, see it's no longer sharp, and this is a replica, not a real one. So of course they'll go ahead and put your head right there.
Wow.
And chop it off right there. But funny thing is that your head is not actually fully off. So they'll go ahead and either use this hatchet right over here, or use this to go ahead and bounce it off and tear it off. And again, it does not a clean cut.
Are these photos?
Huh?
Are these for photo ops?
Yeah, of course.
You want to get in there? Or
Okay.
they throw one up?
Oh, she's like,
Don't
yes.
do it. Don't do it.
Ooh, hi, baby. Daddy.
Go on.
This puede ser tu thumbnail.
Sebastian. I'm scared.
Like this?
Yeah, you
No.
can do it.
Oh my god. Oh my god. This is
So
crazy.
put your head down all the way.
You have to say her name and then give her a reason why you're doing it. You have to say,
do you mean?
what's your
So
name?
after we do this, well,
Sonia, you're being accused of sleeping around with all the
I'm
village,
guilty, bitches.
with all the village men.
Sorry.
Off with her head, and then that's it, right? That's how it went. Yeah.
Daddy, save me. Wow. This
All
is
the
crazy.
village men.
Creo que ninguna salió linda, pero whatever.
That's your thumbnail.
That was a thumbnail.
That's your thumbnail.
And of course, you know, the typical hanging. Of course, actually the socks were a lot way bigger back then, you know. But again, they only gave me so much room, so I wanted to see the body bounce and everything like that. Because this is the only thing that you go do.
Oh yeah, there you go. Okay, cool.
After everything, they just look so basic.
After everything.
The whole thing.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this is like the most, like maybe easiest one.
Yeah, this was like.
Than all the other
Yeah.
ones, like compared to this.
And again, a lot of this stuff you're alive, and I'll show you something that's really like, what the hell? And
Oh,
again,
this
you're
is
alive.
for your.
Yeah, so these are just the regular stocks. Yeah. So basically, they'll go ahead and, you know, like say, put you out in the middle of the street and you're stuck right there.
And people throw things at
They
you.
could throw things at you, but whoever's doing the punishment, you know, are the ones who's gonna go ahead and either give you like a whipping or whatever, or basically just stay there for days. No, I just want to make sure.
Oh,
We're okay?
wow.
Oh my gosh, what is this? Oh my gosh, oh my
Okay,
gosh.
so with this one, you know, just imagine like a pyramid being pierced right in your back. Okay, so they'll go ahead and do it that way, or they'll go ahead, you sit on that pyramid, and then they'll go ahead and put weights on each side of your legs, and then that way you just go down. So use your imagination on that.
Wow.
Yeah.
The touch of the skulls everywhere is like wow.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It took a while,
I can
put everything
imagine.
together. Like when I mean a while, it took a while. For everything that you actually see out here, it took me about at least about 2.5 months to put together. But that's not including repaving and then with the walls and everything like that. So
Wow.
I tell you, it took me a while.
Well, I mean, you did a great job.
Actually,
Thank you.
yes. Amazing. Very creative.
Very
That's deep.
hard.
Go ahead. So now we all know what actually happened to
Where is this?
Marie Antoinette. So basically, this is a real blade right over here that was used, but of course this stock is not. It's just a replica. So of course I can't fix it. The cord has been misaligned, so I can't actually pull it up to go ahead and show it. But once it reopened, I'm gonna have everything up and ready.
What about the cord? What?
Oh, the cord is misaligned.
Oh,
so
got it.
I can't. Normally I would show you like, yeah, and everybody freaks out because you can actually feel the weight of it hitting down. And then of course the head is right there.
Shit.
Coffin
They
torture.
were organized at a little basket.
The most preferred torture technique in all Middle Ages was known as a coffin torture. This method involved placing a victim inside a cage roughly the size of the human body.
Braveheart.
Okay.
Okay. At the very end of the movie where Mel Gibson was saying, do you have anything to say? Commit to the king. And of course, William Wallace says no. No, basically he says he wants his freedom because he didn't want to be, Scotland didn't want to be ruled under a king. So when they actually caught him, they first basically like started choking him and things of that nature right there, but then they actually lied him down and they castrated him. Okay, that's one. And then two, they actually opened up his guts right over here and took everything all out while he was still alive. Then, after all that, then they beheaded him, and then they cut his parts of his body, and then sent his parts of his bodies on all four corners of the island. So now, if you actually go to UK, and you could actually go where his body is at.
I didn't know it was real.
Yeah, Israel. And so what they actually did, when he was beheaded, basically it's, they took his head to London and put it right there. I believe, and I could be incorrect, but I believe they actually put it in
The wheel.
London Bridge. Yeah. So again, I could be wrong on that, but I was pretty sure they actually had his head either at a stop, for everybody to see, or London Bridge had it in one of those two. But yeah, if you ever go over there, find out his cemetery. I actually think it's kind of cool.
I love that movie.
So did I. Until the very end, I'm like, oh.
It's depressing.
Go ahead and open up that box.
Yeah, I'm excited. Just one second.
If this man starts running,
I know.
I'm taking you with me.
Wait until I actually do things for Halloween. I'm planning on things for Halloween.
Oh, you have to.
Yeah, so
That
I
is
can-
cool.
So,
Like maybe in here.
Body
one of
parts.
These guys and just.
But is it husbands or something?
no, because they didn't have anywhere to put the bodies, so they chop up the bodies and put it in the chest.
After the beheading.
Yeah. We're talking about all the body parts and all that.
Okay.
I don't know.
Murder, but make it fashion. Okay. Oh,
Now, sad and good thing. So, homosexuality right nowadays is accepted. I have no problem with it, but other people do. I don't understand why. We're all human. But back then, they'll do this with homosexuality, rapists, kid rapists, and all that stuff. So they'll go ahead and hang you upside down and cut you with this. Now you can go ahead and feel that and see it's
No.
real.
Go ahead, touch it.
So I'm
Come on, girl.
Okay. I
Yeah,
can't.
You can't reach it.
Ooh, is it sharp?
Yeah, a lot.
Try it. Mas bella.
So basically, when I mean they'll cut you in half because like either they find out they're homosexual or a rapist or things like that. Literally, it's not one shot. They're literally cutting you in half.
Oh, like the picture.
Talking, having conversations until that one goes all the way down.
Right down the middle.
Yep. And they start from the bottom.
Wow.
Father and son family being boiled alive.
Boiled alive.
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah, pretty much just like that.
And then people would just watch.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's basically another form of punishment and torment because you're watching people being either cooked alive, being slain alive, being lashed alive. I mean, that's the way humanity was back then.
All
And
right.
that's it. Nah, just kidding. You guys ready for more?
Yeah.
All right. All right, now for the women.
Mira, pégalo.
Good sense.
I don't
Tú
know.
y yo, gordo.
So for the women, this is actually being used for onion. Like if you're like helping out with an abortion or witchcraft, they'll go ahead and heat this up right over here, put it on your breast and tear it off.
Tear your breast off?
Yep.
So they heat it up and then they just cut it with the knife?
No.
Yeah.
They're gonna go ahead, open this up, pierce it onto the woman's breast and just tear it off.
Oh,
If they were
cool.
accused,
Witchcraft, things of that nature right there.
they didn't say that in Salem.
Yeah.
Again,
That's
Salem, no,
crazy.
but Salem was
This is
They-
medieval.
with Salem,
Oh, right.
all that stuff happened in the Eastern Hemisphere. Then it got transferred over here because just remember, if you actually look at in reference how history really was, there was already people that's living in this side of the world, you know, and the indigenous people. This is their lifestyle. Now, anything of ruling or anything like that, it all came from the whites coming back over here. That's pure history right there. You know, they said, "Oh, America was greatly built." People on the whites, which is, I'm not saying racism, but it's just that's what it is. The whites has like raped and pillaged people that actually lived here and controlled. It's like, hey, either you be a part of us or we'll kill you. They did a lot of killing back then, to form the United States, which sucks, but that is real history. They don't put that as like, oh, we were friends with the Indians and everything